You know what?
Ruben Bain.
You know what gives me a little assurance about losing today and not getting in the playoffs and all this kind of stuff? Let me tell you a story.
Okay.
I remember when I was sick of Mike McCarthy, but he was a playoff coach anyway. And I was like, damn, dog, it sure would be nice to get a new coach. But when you in the playoffs, all the bad teams that's not in the playoffs, they're talking to coaches while you playing games.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, dog, somebody about to hire my coach.
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys messed around and won games and got in the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Brother Jerry Wayne, man. Please, Brother Jerry Wayne. I saw you up there upset today. I saw you up there fussing and pouting in your $1 million suite. Jerry Wayne, do what you need to do, bro. The continuity's over. The experiment is over. The booth did nothing. The booth did just what the hell.
He did a nice job up there.
The booth did just what the hell we thought the booth was gonna do, Jerry Johnson. You ain't need an expert to tell you, sir. You need to go ahead and cut ties now. And everything wasn't even all the way Flus's fault today. It wasn't all the way Flus's fault today. Your defense as a whole was terrible, but it wasn't all on Flus. But I do think Flus did just enough of being terrible that it's safe to cut him now.
Yeah.
I don't want to see what Flus looks like versus Jackson Dart and whoever the hell we playing for the Washington Football Wizards whenever we line up against them. Go ahead and make the cut now and schedule them interviews. Go ahead and schedule them interviews. Jerry, I know you're not watching film.
Interviews.
Huh?
You know who he's going to interview, right? Aaron White
from In the Building.
Or whoever else will do the job for $80,000.
That'll make me sick and I'll be mad. But I would love it if Jerry did the right thing and he thought about his football team for once in his life and said, you know what? Let's get rid of Flus now. Aaron White, he can be the interim head coach. I mean, the coordinator.
Yeah.
And just go get your guy, Brother Jerry. Go get a guy that's more qualified and don't be afraid to spend money on. And I know you're not going to be there because Flus making a whole bunch of damn money this year. So, yeah, whatever. Let's just get rid of him.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, if you can get rid of the coordinator. Probably need to get rid of about 7 starters. Good. 7 starters.
Yeah.
Maybe 8. Maybe 9.
Flus just ain't a guy that I want to rebuild the roster with neither. You know what I'm saying? So the Cowboys rebuilding the roster is inevitable. It's going to be new dudes here. But I don't want Flus's opinion on players when it's time for the new crop to come in.
You know, there is a good point in the chat, though.
What did they say?
I do think we need Eberflus.
To do what? Keep losing?
For these next 2.
Yeah, you know.
I need him for these next 2. You know? Because there's some catchable teams here on Tankathon.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, you can catch Kansas City.
No, you won't.
They're not going to win another game.
Yeah.
You can catch Miami, maybe. Get them to win a game.
Tua's bench. Quinn Ewers not going to win more games than Dak.
Atlanta's going to play this afternoon. If they win, then they can.
Right. You are stuck at 13.
13's where we're going to be, huh?
I just have.
Well, I need to not get to accidentally go to 14, 15, 16. I need to stay at 13.
It's got a sneaky suspicion. Just in my gut.
Don't do it.
I have a good feeling that Flus is going to be your DC next
year. You better stop it.
Why would you say
Don't
that?
say stuff like that.
Can I cuss?
What?
Do I have one S word?
No, because we're on TV.
Not even one?
No.
Last year I had one.
No, that was different.
Why in the shucks would you say some shift like that?
Yeah,
well,
why did you say that?
Here's my thing. Because you said interview.
Yes, sir.
And we know that's something that Jerry wants to do. We all know that Flus is a Jerry Jones pick. And the one thing that Jerry Jones does not like to do is to publicly be wrong. And so what will end up happening is the excuse of injuries, of the late additions, the inability for us to figure things out because of all the shuffling around, will play its part. And then they'll say, well, I did get you 2 first-round picks.
Sure.
Got you some extra picks. And with those things, we are going to rebuild our defense with the fundamental pieces that we have.
Of course.
And that word that we keep hearing, continuity, we want to make sure that we're not swapping out coaches because we like the culture that we've built here. And with the foundational pieces of Quinnen and Donovan Ezeraku and Osa and Kenny Clark,
sure,
and whatever other
Overshown, Revel, and guys like that.
Those guys are our core fundamental pieces, and we're going to just add on top of that. And we'll give this another run next year. Now, I think if it doesn't work out midway through next year, I think you can see a firing then. But I am under just the sneaky suspicion that Flus being fired after year one with remaining years on his contract that would have to be paid out is unlikely. Because, and let me also say this.
Okay.
Because if we're also talking about now,
I just want you to know I don't like any of this stuff.
hiring a new DC, right?
Yeah.
If we're saying, all right, Jerry, hire a new DC, someone that's not your friend,
Yeah.
someone that is not kind of desperate for a job,
Yeah.
someone who has a little bit of self-worth to them,
Yeah.
and who wants to be in a winning program,
Yeah.
those guys gonna look at you and go, you're gonna have to pay me a whole lot to be here.
Damn.
And no, you're gonna have to pay me a whole lot to be here, or you'll go get a retread that no one else wants. But to go get the guys that you're thinking about in your brain, in your smart head, those guys are gonna cost you. Those guys are not gonna be guys who are coming here and just gonna lay down and say, yes, sir, sure, sir, whatever you want, sir. Those guys will come in here and go, not him, not him, not him, not him, not him. Who's next? And you have to deal with it. So like when we talk about, like think about the coaches that have been hired here over the last 20 years.
I don't want to.
None of those guys have been guys who've been able to truly stand on their own. Like this, I'm calling this. We haven't had that since Bill Parcells. Everyone else has kind of been hired within guys who are kind of controllable, like, have the Geppetto thing happening. Yeah. So what you're asking for may be something that they're unwilling to actually pay for and have in the building. That's why I just have a sneaky suspicion that this thing may continue just a tad bit longer in the vein of Matt Eberflus being your DC.
Well, Jeff, watch this. Jesse, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
But that means Voch doesn't agree at all. But he's afraid he doesn't like to just tell Jesse. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So he says, I agree with you, and then tells him,
hey, look, when I start touching the table, when I go,
tear it apart.
When I go, look, I don't hate what you're saying.
Yes, you do.
I totally agree with what you're saying.
You hate what I'm saying, but you don't hate what I'm saying.
I totally agree with what you're saying.
I think everything you said is dumb.
No, because Jerry ignorant enough to do it. But the only thing that gives me a little hope is that Matt Eberflus somehow had a worse season than Mike Nolan. And Mike Nolan got fired immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would hope that Brian Schottenheimer, who's the head coach, who's much more powerful than the DC, would go to Jerry and plead.
Well, he will. He already sent him to his room. He was like, don't be near me on the sideline.
I want Shotty to beg and plead. I want Dak to beg and plead.
But see, the thing between Mike Nolan and Eberflus, Mike Nolan was the homeboy of Mike McCarthy.
Flus's friends of Jerry when
and that's what I'm saying. So that was like, all right, I'm gonna give you a shot. I'm gonna give your boy a shot. Because it was all of the you scratched my back when I was down, and you gave me my first office coordinator situation when you was over there, when you had power. Now that I have power, I'm gonna reach back out and pull you into the fold.
Sure.
But what happened was that Mike McCarthy, Michael from Pittsburgh, he grabbed his boy and said, come on, homie, I'm gonna get you hired. And his boy didn't show up.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes you can't always hire your friends. And so that's why Jerry was so quick to being like, you know what? I gave you a bone, and this bone really, really was terrible. So I am kicking him out. This ain't a you thing. This is me telling you that he can't, your homeboy can no longer come to this building. Eberflus is a Jerry Jones hire. This is a Jerry Jones handpicked special.
Yeah.
And that is the difference between the two.
But he can't really look at what this offense is and the success that your offenses have had versus what the defense looks like versus some of the worst offense in the league. Like, just the Chargers offense really wasn't an offense that was going crazy all year. And you say the same about the Vikings. You say the same about any of these offenses that you've gone against. There's no way that Jerry Wayne can look at that from his suite and go, let me just try this one more time. I know having faith in Jerry ain't smart.
No, sure he can.
No, it's not.
Having faith in Jerry ain't smart.
No,
sure he can.
Really
but
bad.
There's no
Sure
way.
he can.
Jerry might be an optimist, but I don't think he a damn fool.
Sure he can. He can look up there and say, with the injuries, again, the late additions, once we get Quinnen in for the full offseason, like there are a number of different ways that he can formulate this. This is what he does.
I'm not coming to work if you do that.
He is a master manipulator. he can turn anything and make it seem like it's the thing to do. This is what he's done. This is what he's done for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
He can look at any situation, and again, he'll take those draft picks and he'll tell us just how much we're about to pour in to the draft and off season. And he may draft a guy at number 12 or 13, wherever they're at right now in the first round, a defensive that guy like you may like, that the masses may like. And guess what happens? Everyone gets excited again. And then you have that player or those players in training camp and OTAs and mini camp. Everyone's excited again.
You don't understand how mad I'd be. I'd be like, damn, we're wasting a great draft pick on Flus in this goofy little scheme. Like that's how I would feel.
Yeah, they're not gonna bring me around.
That's how I would feel.
They're not gonna
like look, if I think that Jerry could go that route if Flus's defense was like the 21st worst defense in the league. If it was like 21, then fine. Sure. Maybe continuity is the thing.
They stopped that run.
We in the because you had to go get superhumans to do it. You had to go get,
and that's what Jerry would tell you.
You had to go
guys
find.
said I couldn't stop the run.
You had to call Superman to stop the run.
You guys said I couldn't stop the run, so I went and we stopped the run this year. This year we gonna announce we got the run stopped. Now we gonna go stop the pass. This team is prime and ready to go for 2026.
I think Jerry would be a plum fool if he lets run success but still look goofy.
Who would think that you could stop the run with 3 $20 million defensive tackles and playing with 5 down linemen? Like
and one
no
of
one
them
else
was the
does.
best at stopping the run, right? Yeah.
Who would possibly think that you could be able to slow down the run if you play defense wrong?
And that's partially my point.
You put too many people on the line of scrimmage and leave your horrible butt secondary to go not cover anybody. And Jerry will because that's what because you have to understand Jerry. Jerry is the main character in the Cowboy story. Like I am the brand. Worship me. I'm the best. I'm amazing. Only thing that matters is what I said and did, and whatever it was right. No matter how long it takes for me to make it be right, it was right. And so as soon as he did the dumbest thing in the history of this organization and sabotaged a season the week before it started, and then spouted off about how the guy I'm bringing is going to save us because Micah is the reason we haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. One of the best players in the sport is the reason that we can't win the Super Bowl. We had to be able to stop the run, which he can't do, which he would be the best run defending edge on this team. But he can't do that, and that's what we have to do to win the Super Bowl. Now we're not going to make the playoffs or get close. But after the one dude that I traded for couldn't do the job that I told you he was going to do when I lied to all your faces and said this is going to help us this year, and I just lied to all of you, and some of you bought it. Yeah. Once I did that, and then I realized, not only is he not going to change everything, we suck. And he ain't that great, the guy that I told you we had to have. So I'm going to have to go get another one. And now I'm going to have to play with an extra lineman, too, on top of trading for 2 defensive tackles. Now we're going to play 5 guys up there in the year of our Lord 2025 in the NFL.
For sure.
Also that Jerry could say, stop that run, didn't we? Mm. If we just got in the tournament, now that we could stop this run, we'd have won a Super Bowl. So we just got to get ourselves back in the tournament now that we can stop.
So you agree?
I think about what? I don't remember where we are.
What I said.
What did you say?
What you're saying is you're giving validation to what I said about how
Jerry bring Flus back.
How Jerry can now change this thing and make it sound like this is.
Yeah, but my most important thing is please don't let him. Please don't. Do not let a con man who doesn't give his full effort to the product that you cheer for get away with that. Like, it'll never happen. Well, there weren't a bunch of people there now, but they're eliminated from the playoffs. That's why there weren't a lot of people there now. Like, don't give him a dime if he's not trying.
There was 91,000 people there.
No, there was an announced attendance. That means that's how many tickets were accounted for. They weren't there. Don't give him $1 when he won't invest. The things on this team that man invests in are the ones that have a tangible value for him. He'll spend money on the star and on the stadium because they're beautiful. They're on TV. They're about my brand. They're a reflection of me. Mm-hmm. But I won't have a full training staff. I don't want to spend an extra $200,000. I'll spend $1 billion because that's my $1 billion building, and people will see it on TV. He doesn't do the stuff that actually is about winning at football, and you guys got to stop rewarding him.